Okay, welcome back to Man Cave Meals. It is Wednesday, March 21st, and I've got my Char-Griller Akorn Kamado set up here, and I'm going to show you how to cook some hot dogs. I got my cast iron pan on here, letting it get good and hot, and I've got it set up for direct on one side and indirect cooking on the other. So I've got my pan here on the direct side of the heat, so we're going to add some olive oil to the pan, a little extra virgin olive oil. Spread it out real nicely in the pan. Then we're going to put our hot dogs in and just sear those guys a little bit. We're not going to completely cook them. We're just going to let them sear up just for a minute or two. Not long at all. While those are searing, I'm going to shake a little bit of my homemade beef rub on those. It's the same rub I use on brisket. We're just going to barely let these get started. So then the next thing we're going to do is I've got a chopped onion. We're going to dump that onion right in there, all of that on top. We're going to close that up for just a minute or two, and then we'll be back for the next step. Okay, now that these have been onions and hot dogs have been sauteing together here for just a couple of minutes, I shook a little bit more of that beef rub on there. Our next step, we're going to pour in a bottle of beer. Just a whole bottle, whatever you like. Now, our next step is we're going to close the grill up and let that beer reduce almost all the way out. So we're basically braising those hot dogs and onions today in a really good Belgian ale. So we'll let that simmer down until it's almost completely reduced. Then we'll be back for more. Okay, our liquid has almost completely reduced. There's a little bit left. So what we're going to do next is take the hot dogs off, put them over indirect. We're going to get our hot pan off. You do not want to let all that liquid completely reduce out of there, or you'll have a mess in that cast iron pan. So we're going to finish these hot dogs off, and while they're finishing, we're going to put our extended grate on here to warm up the hot dog buns. We'll close that up for just a minute. Then we'll have our lightly toasted buns here. Flip those guys over for a second. Doesn't take long on those at all. And just as our hot dogs are finishing up here, we're just about ready to eat. We're going to serve these with some homemade hot dog chili. You can also find that recipe in the recipes section on the Man Cave Meals blog. And just have some chips, but a real simple dinner. And this is a really easy way to kick your hot dogs up a notch. So that ought to just about wrap us up here. Get that guy back off. Bring these over to the direct side for maybe just a few minutes or a second or two. Who knows? However long it takes. Just to get a little bit of a char on the outside. And those are some hot dogs that are absolutely awesome. You can do this same thing. You may have seen me do it before with brats and Italian sausage. Really good. Okay, so we're going to take those up and eat. Stop by and visit KamadoGuru.com. We're getting an ever-growing community of Kamado owners there that share experiences just like this one. So give us a chance. Stop by.